Any of your favorite celebrities made the list, starting with number 1, Salma Hayek and François-Henri Pinault. Salma Hayek met François-Henri Pinault at an event in Venice back in 2006. It wasn't actually their first encounter, though. They'd met briefly before that, but never really had a chance to get acquainted. Later, in one of her interviews, Hayek confessed that at first, Pinault didn't seem like her type. But once they started talking about everything, from football to science, she instantly fell in love with him. The happy couple got married in 2009 at the stunning La Fenice Theater in Venice. They now have a beautiful daughter and are still going strong 10 years later. Number 2, Beyoncé and Jay-Z. These two are the ultimate power couple of our time, and just like any strong relationship should begin, their love blossomed from a friendship. In an interview with 17 magazine, Beyoncé said that she met her future husband when she was just 18 and started dating the famous rapper at 19. However, the rumors of their romance began swirling only after they dropped the hit songs "03 Bonnie and Clyde" and "Crazy in Love." Still, the couple made their relationship official only a year later, appearing together on the red carpet at the 2004 MTV VMAs. They weren't quick to tie the knot, though, and didn't get married until 2008. They're still enjoying their time together and raising 3 beautiful children. Number 3, Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. Jessica Alba's almost 11-year union started back in 2004 when she met her future husband Cash Warren on the set of Fantastic Four. Warren was working as a production assistant for the movie and instantly caught Alba's eye. She revealed to Cosmopolitan magazine that right after she met Warren, she called her best friend, telling her that she felt like she'd known him forever and was going to know him for the rest of her life. And she was right. The couple tied the knot in 2008, and they've been inseparable ever since. The actress says that the key to her happy marriage is simple: spend as much time together as possible and create a romantic atmosphere. Noted. Number 4, Claudia Schiffer and Matthew Vaughn. Supermodel Claudia Schiffer has been married to film producer Matthew Vaughn for 17 years, proving once again that true love is out there. In one of her interviews, Schiffer said that Vaughn completely swept her off her feet when they met. Their love story started almost instantly, leading to a beyond perfect proposal that happened 6 months after their first encounter. To surprise Schiffer, Vaughn commissioned one of his favorite artists to do a painting saying "Marry Me" and gave it to Claudia. Of course, she said yes, and they got married in 2002. They have 3 amazing children and are still head over heels for each other. Number 5, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. Remember the classic horror flick I Know What You Did Last Summer? Well, you can thank this movie not only for that paranoia you get when you're home alone, but also for giving us the ultimate couple of the 90s, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. They met on the set back in 1996 and started off as really good friends. About 2 years later, they made dinner plans with a mutual friend who just happened to cancel at the last minute. Oh, shucks. Gellar and Prince decided to have dinner anyway and ended up falling in love with each other and never looking back. As they both admitted later, it was their friendship that helped them lay the foundation for a strong and healthy romance. They got married on September 1st, 2002, and are looking forward to celebrating their 17th anniversary this year. Whoa, where does time go? Number 6, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. This Hollywood couple has been married for almost 19 years. As Zeta-Jones recalls, when she was at the Deauville Film Festival in France back in 1996, she'd been told that fellow actor Michael Douglas wanted to meet her. However, their first encounter wasn't that romantic after all, since Douglas walked right past her and didn't even know it. Then, their mutual friends, another famous couple, Antonio Banderas and Melanie Griffith, introduced the two at a private dinner. Yet again, this rendezvous didn't go so smooth either, because Douglas later confessed that he ruined his chances with a cheesy pickup line. Zeta-Jones had to leave town the next day. Man, must have been a really bad pickup line. But Douglas didn't give up and sent her some flowers and an apology. And that's how their romance began. Now that's a story to tell each time someone asks how you met your partner. Number 7. Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Sex and the City star Sarah Jessica Parker met actor Matthew Broderick at a party in New York City back in 1991. They were quickly smitten with each other and started dating right away. 6 years later, they invited their closest friends and family to a party that turned out to be their surprise wedding. Parker wore a black dress that, despite all superstitions, ended up being a lucky one for her. And that's because the couple will celebrate their 22nd anniversary this year. The actress admits that their secret is mutual respect and never competing against one another. Well, it sure is working. Number 8. Cate Blanchett and Andrew Upton. Now, this happy pair isn't one of those couples who fell in love right away. Blanchett admitted that she and Upton had known each other socially and didn't really get along at first. However, after some time, that mutual dislike turned into mutual love, and they got married in 1997. According to Blanchett, their marriage's happiness heavily depends on common interests and not keeping secrets from one another. This seems to be working pretty fine for the couple, as they still look at each other with heart eyes after 22 years of marriage. Number 9. Lisa Kudrow and Michael Stern. At first, it seemed like Lisa Kudrow and her now husband Michael Stern were not meant to be. They met in the late 80s when Stern came to pick up Kudrow's roommate for a date. Later, during one interview, the Friends actress admitted that it was love at first sight for her, but she kept her feelings hidden since, well, her crush was dating her roommate and all. 6 years later, they met again, and this time, all the stars aligned. The couple got married in 1995 and have been the epitome of perfect romance ever since. Number 10. Kyra Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon. Even though this couple will celebrate their 31st anniversary this year, Sedgwick wasn't impressed by Bacon at all when she first met him on the set of Lemon Sky back in 1987. However, he didn't give up that easily and won her over. The couple tied the knot the following year in 1988. Sedgwick thanks a couple of factors for their long and happy marriage: their commitment to each other, no matter what conflict arises, and spending time together to keep the relationship alive. A true recipe for endless love. Number 11. Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks. These two lovebirds first met when Rita Wilson appeared in one of the episodes of Bosom Buddies, a sitcom Tom Hanks starred in. At that time, Hanks was already a husband and father, so they had a strictly professional relationship. However, fate had its own plans for the two and brought them back together again about 4 years later when they both started working on the comedy Volunteers. That's when they instantly felt the connection. Even though they got married way back in 1988, they still keep their attraction and love very much alive. If only everybody was this happy spending over 30 years together. Number 12. Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest. This Hollywood couple's love story deserves its own movie. Everything started when Curtis was 25 years old. She was flipping through Rolling Stone magazine when she saw a picture of a really handsome man. She immediately told her friend Deborah Hill, the producer and co-writer of Halloween, "I'm gonna marry this guy." Well, Hill informed her that the two were through the same agency. So Curtis called her agent and told him to pass her number on to Guest. The latter, however, never called her back. Sometime later, they bumped into each other at a restaurant in West Hollywood and soon started dating. Curtis must be a clairvoyant or something, because she did marry that guy 5 months later in 1984. What a story! Number 13. Meryl Streep and Don Gummer. Legendary actress Meryl Streep unexpectedly found new love after tragedy. You see, at that time, the man she loved sadly lost his life to lung cancer. So she decided to get a change of scenery from the apartment they'd shared for 3 years and turned to a friend of her brother's for support. That friend turned out to be Don Gummer, and she lived in his house while he was away traveling. She'd planned to move out as soon as Gummer returned, but he convinced her to stay and did everything he could to help her get through that difficult time. It wasn't long till he realized that he was falling in love with Streep. The couple later got married in 1978 and haven't left each other's side ever since. The actress admits that she always shares all of her problems and fears with her husband and strongly believes that this open communication is the key to a healthy relationship. Well, I'd say 41 happy years of marriage is proof of that. What celebrity couple is relationship goals for you? Let everyone know in the comments below. Remember to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.